Welcome to Lookouts and Waterfalls in the Blue Mountains, episode 28, Let Our Videos Be Your Guide. In this episode, we visit Radiata Plateau in West Katoomba. Hello and welcome. We're at the end of Pulpit Hill Road, just west of Katoomba, and about to walk the tracks on Radiata Plateau. We'll see that shortly. Towards the end of our exploration, we'll visit one of the early trails into the Megalong Valley, Blackfellow's Ladder. We drove these roads to get to the start of the walking track. We followed the M4 motorway from Sydney onto the Great Western Highway and we'll turn left to Nellies Glen Road, 2.4 kilometres west of the Katoomba turnoff. Here is a map of the roads we took to get to the walking track. If your vehicle has a trip meter, set it to 0 as you exit the highway. At 550 metres, turn right into Pulpit Hill Road. At 950 metres, stop at the end of the road and park. I'll provide GPS coordinates and a map of this trip at the end of this video. So let's go. Radiata Plateau is located just west of Katoomba and forms part of the Blue Mountains southern escarpment. It is the last remaining undeveloped peninsula plateau in the upper Blue Mountains. The plateau was one of the largest private land holdings in the upper mountains and earmarked for a large resort and conference centre. Ultimately, the development did not proceed, leaving the plateau untouched, except for a dam built in the 1990s that later became a popular swimming hole. After that, a bore was sunk into the rock strata for some unknown reason, causing the dam to slowly empty. Reports suggest that after substantial rain, the dam will certainly fill. At the most southerly end of the plateau is Megalong Head, a rock formation just above the top of Escape Pass into the Megalong Valley. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, Ben Esgate used to walk extensively in the Megalong Valley and Narrow Neck area. He discovered the pass up to Megalong Head and subsequently installed some spikes and chains which still exist today. In 2019, the New South Wales State Government purchased Radiata Plateau, officially incorporated it into the New South Wales Park System in June of 2020 and renamed it Ngala Bulgarabang, a term suggested by two members of the Gandungara tribe, Auntie Sharon and Auntie Merle. Aboriginals that lived between the Megalong Valley and the Cox River were the Therabulit, as mentioned in episode 27, and the Barry tribe, once thought of as the Gum Gum tribe, belonged between Mount Victoria and Wentworth Falls. Where did the Gandungara live? One source says around Goulburn. Radiata Plateau was never considered a place to live. There was no water or anywhere to collect it. The plateau was exposed to adverse weather from the south and nowhere to escape the wind that blew unimpeded across the Megalong Valley. So why was the plateau renamed Ngala Bulgarabang? These days, outspoken Aboriginals claim that tribes were never connected to a place but to the land, and since mobs moved across the mountains from the Megalong Valley, they ascended onto this plateau via a steep incline we hope to visit today. After Katoomba was established, the plateau was named after the Radiata pine, a tree found on the property. So how did it get to this plateau? In our last episode I mentioned Mr. John Briddy North, who was a stockbroker and known as Father of Katoomba, not only for his keen interest in Katoomba's progress, but his discovery and extraction of coal from the Jamison Valley around 1880. His mining used timber, and the newly imported Radiata pine became an interest. He planted the trees around a home he occupied called Essendine, that was owned by the Henderson family, and built near the present corner of Bathurst and Narrow Neck Roads in Katoomba. North later built his own home, Les Brer, in Katoomba Street, which was eventually demolished as the commercial centre of Katoomba developed. Essendine was destroyed in a fire in 1929. I have been unable to discover how pines reached the Plateau, a mere 2 kilometres from Essendine House. It is said a small Radiata pine plantation was created on the Plateau, but it was not a commercial success. It probably did, however, help spread the exotic tree. There's a lot of pine trees around here. Starting to see the cliffs there through the trees on the left. In addition to the pine trees along this road, I'll try to find a known rocky outcrop overlooking Nellie's Glen, the valley we saw in episode 27. It is an unnamed lookout, but well worth a visit. I think this is it. There's another trail. Probably goes to a sheer cliff where they climb. It goes on, but who knows. A lot of climbers use this area. It could be a climber's trail. Going up again. There's another turn off here. You seem to be on some sort of a spur. Ants' nests. Building up the entrance to their nest so the rain doesn't get in. And as the hikers say, it means there's going to be rain. Okay, all well and good. Let's continue. Ah, this is the start of the track down Escape Pass into the Megalong. We're not going down there today. There's not much of a view here, so let's carry on to Megalong Head. I can see a cairn of rocks showing the way. I'll spin around and start going down. Now, how do you get beach sand up here? trig. That's a fabulous view.
And that's the Megalong Valley.
Yep. We need to backtrack to reach some more features on this plateau. The previous owners had a conditional development application and built a dam in the 1990s. It became a popular swimming hole, but a bore was sunk into the rock strata, after which the dam has not held water for any great length of time. So we'll try and find that dam next. And we're back at the intersection where the bunting is. And this time we'll go left, because right will take us back to the road and the car. Now this is the approach to the dam on Radiata Plateau. I didn't video the walk down. It's a reasonably good path, drivable, but you can't bring vehicles down here. And someone's already beat me here, so it's highly visited. And it's got water in it. Last time I was here, people told me it was dry. I didn't actually come here, but I was told it was dry. As we near the end of our walk, there's one more feature to visit. I'm not confident we'll see it, but it's called Black's Ladder. Other names are the Black's Ladder, Black Ladder, and Blackman's Ladder. Rather than a rung ladder, this ladder is a steep decline from the Plateau escarpment into the Megalong Valley below. In August 1885, the Daily Telegraph published an article titled "The New Road to the Fish River Caves," or Jenolan Caves. It read, "Whatever may be said as to the desirability or otherwise of constructing a road from Katoomba to the Fish River, there can be no question that as an engineering feat it is something unique, and it is no less so from an artistic point of view, passing as it does through some of the wildest and most romantic deep ravines, stupendous cliffs of a beauty and grandeur rarely surpassed. As we know today, the Black's Ladder route never materialised, but the road from Blackheath into the Megalong Valley did." There's the turn off with the rocks. And lo and behold, there's a sign. Now this says Esgate Pass. Not Black's Ladder. And that's the way it goes, but I'm not going to go that way because it's not really a touristy path, and I wouldn't advise anyone that aren't keen bushwalkers to take that path. We visited Radiata Plateau today, We walked its paths and saw magnificent views of the Megalong Valley. You can do these all in one day, but take your time and fully enjoy the outdoors, the sunshine, the fresh air, and wonderful vistas. But most of all, stay safe by familiarizing yourself with the safety instructions at the end of this video. Our GPS map and how to get the data follows. In our next episode, we visit Mount Mark, the Three Brothers, and the view from the majestic hotel in Medlow Bath. Don't miss that. Thanks for watching. Bye. Whatever way you discover the Blue Mountains, we want you to have a safe and enjoyable experience. Whether you drive, catch public transport, or cycle to the destinations we visit here, some walking is necessary. The walks are usually short, but can contrast greatly, so you need to be aware of the risks. Have a safe and enjoyable sightseeing experience at these Lookouts and Waterfalls. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to be alerted when next we visit the Blue Mountains.